We discovered the Arrowsmith program in 2014. As soon as I showed it to my husband, we agreed we had to do it for our son. Our son has autism and he has dyspraxia. His dyspraxia displayed in an inability to understand what he was hearing. If he read something, he 100% comprehended it. He was extremely bright. But if he heard it, he just made no sense of it whatsoever. And he never failed at school because he was so bright, but it's because his brightness was disguising his inabilities in certain areas. And we knew that in high school he wouldn't be able to keep up with the volume of work on a page that he was expected to achieve. There was a place available in Toowoomba, so we contacted Darling Downs Christian School and just knew it was the only thing we could do for our kid to give him a future. So we signed up and moved here a few months later for the start of the following school year, and never looked back. It was amazing. George, he started normal high school in year 10, so he's done 2 years of high school. He's in his final year of high school, and his predicted results based on last year's results are outstanding. He will have a top result and get into the university he wants to get to. I mentioned to the ladies doing the testing that, our son's got this as a genetic problem, his difficulties, because my husband really struggles with reading and writing. He reads voraciously, but has to sort of reread things, but he enjoys reading. Writing's impossible for him. We knew that those sort of neurological differences had come from my husband through to our son. So they said, well, we're testing your son, why don't we test your husband? So they did, and sure enough, David had lots of neurological issues. So the school that George was going to for the Arrowsmith program had an adult program as well, so they encouraged us to enter that. So David joined that and did 2 years of the Arrowsmith program. It's dramatically changed his existence. He can now, instead of writing half an hour, a 2-line email, he can write a full-page email in 20 minutes, and it will be logical and make sense to the reader. He can remember lists of things and go to the supermarket and get them and find them on the shelf. He could never find things even with instruction before, and now he can find them with instruction or independently. So it's really boosted his, I think, self-esteem, confidence, and just ability to interact with people in a big way. And we'd made the teachers aware that our daughter had some problems from birth. She was believed to be deaf and blind for about the first 9 months of her life. They said that she had the right oral equipment, that it had been formed properly, and that it all looked like it was functioning, but that they didn't believe her brain could interpret any signals coming to it. She did preschool and kindergarten and a year of school in New Zealand before she came here, and she failed them all. She could name colours, but she couldn't associate them with the colour they were. She'd point at something that was yellow and call it purple. Her first year here, she was just in a regular year 1 class, and we got a report back to say that she was failing. And at the end of that year, we were approached by the Arrowsmith teachers to ask if they could test her, because they knew she functioned well in the classroom. She was a good girl that would sit still and attempt to do the work, even though she couldn't achieve the work. So they tested her, and it heartbreakingly came back that she had 12 areas of her brain that were severely disabled. They agreed to put her in the program immediately. So year 2, she joined the program, and she had amazing results that first year, just incredible results. Within 6 months, she could start to remember things. She had a short-term memory of under 30 seconds before that, and a long-term memory didn't exist. And suddenly she was saying, I remember that, and it, like she was shocking herself. And then since then she's done 4 years of Arrowsmith, and I'll be honest and say the results weren't as impressive for year 2 or year 3. But then year 4, again, an absolutely outstanding year. So I'd say don't be disheartened if you're not getting the results that you want or expect necessarily immediately. And you'll love it when they're not even working on that part of the brain, they're working on something else, and an unrelated part will repair. And so she's gone from having 12 areas that just did not function to having 8 areas that are fully functioning on a typical normal level. So she's only got 3 more spare areas and 1 moderate area to work on, and she is now in her 5th year of Arrowsmith as a year 6, working hard, and it's been life-changing.